Our whole universe was in a hot, dense state. Then nearly 14 billion years ago, expansion started, wait. The earth began to cool, the autotrophs began to drool, Neanderthals developed tools. We built a wall, we built the pyramids. Math, science, history, unraveling the mysteries that all started with a big bang. Good evening. And if we get the chance to be together and do that again sometime, then I was going to say I'd learn it. Learning it's pretty straightforward. It's more about having the puff to be able to carry it all the way through. So, great to have you here with me this evening. Lovely to be here in my room upstairs. Thanks for coming and joining in, and do join in if you wish. Thanks also to Alan and Louise for not just for this evening for putting this together, but for everything they've done over the past 3 months to make all this happen. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. So we've got a bundle of tunes for you over the next 25 minutes or so that I hope you enjoy from all over the place. We'll start off with one by Jason Isbell, who to my mind is this generation's Bruce Springsteen. It's called Cover Me Up, and it comes from a dark place, but ultimately it's a song of recovery and hope, and that recovery and hope was aided and supported by his now wife Amanda Shires. So Cover Me Up. Heart on the run, keeps a hand on the gun, it can't trust anyone. I was so sure what I needed was more, try to shoot out the sun. In days when we raged, we flew off the page, such damage was done. But I made it through, 'cause somebody knew I was meant for someone. So girl, leave your boots by the bed, we ain't leaving this room till someone needs medical help or the magnolias bloom. It's cold in this house and I ain't going out to chop wood. So cover me up, know you're enough to use me for good. Put your faith to the test when I tore off your dress in Richmond all high. But I sobered up and I swore off that stuff forever this time. In the old lovers scene, I thought it'd be me who'd help him get home. But home was a dream, something I'd never seen till you came along. So girl, hang your dress up to dry, we ain't leaving this room till the Percy Praise breaks open wide and the river runs through. Carries this house on the stones like a piece of driftwood. So cover me up and know you're enough to use me for good. So girl, leave your boots by the bed, we ain't leaving this room till someone needs medical help or the magnolias bloom. It's cold in this house and I ain't going out to chop wood. So cover me up and know you're enough to use me for good. Cover me up, know you're enough to use me for good. Cover me up, Jason Isbell. So now I'm going to do a little set of three songs. And they're all songs that remind me of my granddaughter, Molly, who's now 9 months old, and I am that besotted grandfather that I never really thought I would be. The first one's an old Tom Paxton song, which was Jennifer's Rabbit. And when my daughter Kirsten was born, that became Kirsten's Rabbit. And now Kirsten's had Molly, it's Molly's Rabbit. Molly slept in her little bed, with dreams of a rabbit in her little hand. Molly's rabbit, brown and white, left the house and ran away one night, along with a turtle and a kangaroo, and 17 monkeys from the city zoo, and Molly too. They ran through the forest and they all held hands. They came to the ocean with the cookie crumb sands. They called it the sea of the very best dreams, where they all built a castle of the best moonbeams and Milky Way streams. And there on the sand where the starfish play, a ship sailed in from the Moonbeam Bay. They all went sailing on the starlight sea, where they all had cookies with oolong tea. And Molly had 3. They danced on the deck of the red sail brig. The monkeys and the sailors did a whirling jig. Turtle played fiddle, the rabbit played kazoo, and they bowed to each other as polite folk do. And Molly bowed too. Then my, said the turtle as the clock struck 3, the hour is getting very late for me. Not at all, said the rabbit, and I'll tell you why. We still haven't counted every star in the sky. Said Molly, let's try. So they counted on the ship and they counted on the shore. They counted through the forest to the bedroom door. They counted in bed till they could count no more. And they all fell asleep, and the final score was 1,000,000,004. Yes, the turtle and the rabbit and the kangaroo, and Molly fell asleep like sleepy folk do, just like you. That was Senorina, and by a Brazilian composer, guitarist called Guinga, and a lullaby, obviously, which he wrote for his daughter. And ever since we've known Molly was on the way, in my head that's always been Molly's tune. A song without words, I thought, but a friend enlightened me. It does have words, they're in Portuguese, but beautiful song, and I've heard it sung by a lady called Monica Salmaso from Brazil. So I think what we'll do, if we can, is we'll put the link to that down below in the blurb below this video. Now, I always think it's never too early to introduce a child to classic rock. So here is Molly's classic rock tune. I think we'll start that one again. She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories, where everything was as fresh as a bright blue sky. Now and then when I see her face, she takes me away to that special place. And if I stare too long, I'd probably break down and cry. Oh, sweet child of mine. Oh, sweet love of mine. She's got eyes of the bluest skies, as if they thought of rain. I'd hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. Her hair reminds me of a warm, safe place where, as a child, I'd hide, wait for the thunder and the rain to quietly pass me by. Oh, sweet child of mine. Oh, sweet love of mine. Oh, sweet child of mine. Oh, sweet love of mine. So, 3 songs for Molly. Now, we're about halfway through, so quick pause to just say it's been a strange few months, and we're fine, and we've been very, very fortunate where we are, and it's all okay, but there are a lot of folk out there who weren't in a great place before this lockdown started and the crisis hit us, and now they're, if anything, they're in an even worse place. And physically, emotionally, spiritually, all sorts of ways. And there's a lot of great charities and other agencies working across the country, but certainly across the city here. And one of them is Glasgow City Mission. And Glasgow City Mission works in conjunction with other charities and agencies, and what has become quite a joined up way now to help and support these people who desperately need it. So if you're inclined to do so, it would be brilliant if you could click on the little link below and make a small donation. Every little small donation helps enormously, so anything you could do would be appreciated. If you can't afford it, please do not do it. Please do not. But if you can, that'd be brilliant. Now, what we do? Let's do this. A song about the Barrowlands, where many of us have been in the past, seen some brilliant gigs there. And this song harkens back probably to the Barrowlands in the 60s. And if you get the chance to do the Doors Open tour of the Barrowlands, please do it. It's absolutely brilliant. Really gets so many great stories. And this song in itself contains so many different little snippets of bigger stories. There's one mention in it of a cocktail called a neon pint of Fidel Castro. I thought I'd mention that since you're probably sitting at home watching this. You may have a drinks cabinet and you may be inclined to create this cocktail, because I've discovered that a neon pint of Fidel Castro consists of Russian vodka, Cuban rum, topped up with American cola. So feel free to try it. I have to tell you, it's better in the telling than it is in the tasting, but worth a go. There's an easy place down Gallowgate to the east end of Glasgow. It's a ballroom of remembrance and it's a disco where the shooting stars light up the fresco, where the lost ones and the lovers go to carry on. We sang about the Nicky Tams in the back room of the Scotia, where we drank sweet wines and called for neon pints of Fidel Castro, till it was time to fly to dreamland. Out of beds, up the stairs, to hell or to heaven we go. Come all you dreamers, hear the sound of the barrows humming. Come all you dreamers to Barrowland. Hear Mags McIver and the chorus of the gay birds calling. Come all you dreamers to Barrowland. The lassies on the Brumalot in their Cuban heels a dancing. Here comes Our Lady of the Clyde, and there goes Jinky Johnson. They've come to rock and roll at the house of Cayley, to waltz beneath a carousel of healing, to jitterbug and boogie the night away. Come all you dreamers, hear the sound of the barrows humming. Come all you dreamers to Barrowland. Hear Mags McIver and the chorus of the gay birds calling. Come all you dreamers to Barrowland. To Barrowland. Barrowland. God, so many stories. Right. Moving on to a Tom Waits song now. And Tom Waits isn't a guy I really know or knew all that well until relatively recently, courtesy of YouTube and Spotify, which I know bring their own problems for professional musicians. But you know, growing up with albums, LPs, I had my collection of LPs, lying over there in the corner, and the LPs of my friends, plus whatever Radio 1 decided we should listen to. So, finding all sorts of new music now, and old music which is new to me, which is great. So here's a Tom Waits tune. And in it, the guy admits to having had a drink. I think he's maybe had more than one drink. Well, I hope that I don't fall in love with you, 'cause falling in love just makes me blue. Well, the music plays and you display your heart for me to see. I've had a beer and now I hear you calling out to me. And I hope that I don't fall in love with you. Well, the room is crowded, there's people everywhere, and I wonder, should I offer you a chair? Well, if you sit down with this old clown, I'll take that frown and break it before the evening's gone away. I think that we could make it, and I hope that I don't fall in love with you. Well, the night does funny things inside a man, those old tomcat feelings you don't understand. Well, I turn around to look at you, you light a cigarette. I wish I had the guts to bum one, but we've never met. And I hope that I don't fall in love with you. I can see that you are lonesome just like me, and at being late you'd like some company. I turn around to look at you, you look it back at me. The guy you're with has up and split, the chair next to you is free. And I hope that you don't fall in love with me. Now it's closing time, the music's playing out. Last call for drinks, I'll have another stout. I turn around to look for you, you're nowhere to be found. I search the place for your lost face, guess I'll have another round. And I think that I just fell in love with you. So, there we go. One more tune before the obligatory encore. This is it's another little love song, one that I wrote a few years ago. Marry you for kisses, of course I do want more, but it's your kiss I always taste and what my lips long for. Your lips absorb so much of me, and when I'm half asleep, their warm, wet sheen fuels my desire, still takes my breath away. That kiss that lights your eyes and cuts my heart, that kiss that makes me feel that life's just started for me. Always hold the memory, a complex, simple line, a taste, emotions tumbling through my head until you're mine. And yes, I dream of holding you again, to feel your arms, taste your lips as I enfold you. Can we maybe think on it? Just stop a mere perhaps, a moment lived, relived again, too good to let it pass. I'd marry you for kisses. one of those songs that stops suddenly and you're not quite sure whether to applaud or not. So we can do it here without the consequences of that. One of the other consequences of being here is that in my head I can hear you shouting and applauding and stamping your feet and going, one more tune, and I have no data immediately coming back to disabuse me of that. So I'm going to give you one more tune, and I was going to finish with a kind of rip-roaring version of Wagon Wheel. But then earlier on today, this happened.
Headed down south to the land of the pines, found my way into North Carolina. I'm staring up the road, I pray to God I see headlights. Well, I made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers. I'm hoping for Raleigh I can see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, hey, mama, rock me. Walking through the cold up in New England, I was born to be a fiddler in an old-time string band. My baby plays the guitar, I pick a banjo now. Well, those North Country winters keep forgetting me. I lost my money playing poker, so I had to up and leave. But I ain't a turning back to living that old life no more. Molly sang. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, hey, mama, rock me, yeah. Walking to the south, out of Roanoke, caught a trucker out of Philly, had a nice long talk. But he's a headed west from the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee. And I gotta get a move on, fit for the sun. Hear my baby calling my name, and I know that she's the only one. And if I die in Raleigh, at least I will die free. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, hey, mama, rock me. Hey, hey, mama, rock me. Woo! Well done.